done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Wait, she wants to fight me? I mean...
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I mean, she wants to fight. Yeah. We'll do it.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the whetstone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Uh-oh.
Looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Because we were too wimpy, probably.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart.
Oh my gosh. One of my favorite movies, RC.
You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
She agrees. What's the point?
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Okay.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
But she's like, come at me, bro.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
She wants us to go head on. Let's go head on.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more.
Whoa, our cursor is bloody. Look at that.
You can feel flesh.
Yo!
For a sudden impact blunts your momentum. Your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
Girl, that was really smart, and I was dumb.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
It's gonna be nasty when I pull it out.
You pull back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee.
Ow!
It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. But you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room.
Everything is wrestling, baby.
You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully, but you can feel the hilt in your grip.
I got it!
You still have your weapon.
Okay.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last. This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
There's a Jigglypuff in chat for those looking for some original 150.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place. And I own you.
Okay, girl.
Shoots
Whoa!
forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes.
Ew.
Pressure unbearable as
Oh
her
my
fingers
God.
dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter.
Man, we got Oberyn martelled.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Damn.
You're on a path in the woods. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Wait, this is a different path in the woods. Interesting. She's a Von Erich. Oh my god, you're right. The claw. Very Groundhog Day. Yes, indeed. But things change just a little bit every time.
Fear is good. Fear keeps
The
us
hunted.
alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
Interesting.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
Oh, we have both of these fellas, huh? With us this time.
No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Bullshit. I don't believe that.
It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through.
I think you're a liar, Mr. Narrator.
It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence is poured out into the world. What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through. Silently proceed to the cabin. I'm done with this. Bye. Yeah, it seems like her influence is poured out into the world.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
Okay. We'll see it through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
Oh my god, this looks so different.
No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know, screaming sounds pretty good right about now. Could use a little catharsis.
Panther Gal, how are you doing? Thank you so much for 44 months. I hope you're keeping well, Panther. I was lurking during work for some Palia today. How did it end up? Thank you so much for your continued support, Panther. I really appreciate it.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase.
Okay. I'm so curious how this cabin's gonna look this time.
The interior
Whoa.
of the cabin is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
No new plushies in Pally, but that's alright. Between the new updates there and the new DLC for Dreamlight Valley, I have a lot on my plate. It's so nice. It's so great when like games are adding new content. So the game that we're playing right now, Slay the Princess, is the original game came out. Gosh, when did it come out? But this is we're playing the like Ultimate Edition or whatever. So it looks like it was kind of around. Looks like the start of the year it came out. And then yeah, we have this like pristine edition that came out like just about a month ago. And it's like added like 35% more content to the game is what they were saying. And now I don't know, because I'm experiencing this game for the first time, like how much extra content that is, but it seems like it's gonna be a lot based on how like branching each path is. Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there.
I'm interested in this voice of the hunted trying to say like, what if we try and get her out into the woods? Because the narrator was saying like, if she leaves the cabin, that's it. Very interesting. Oh God. Oh yeah, but there's no way forward. There's a mirror at the end of the room and that's it.
Maybe it'll go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. Let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement.
Is there a tiny door back here?
No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter. I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. The worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you. This really is just like last time. It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
I think it's gonna, whatever's gonna be down there is gonna be quite scary. Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door into the basement.
Okay.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Man, if we'd smashed it and it was just a stone door, we probably would have like broken our hand.
Why am I not surprised? It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters.
Okay, what's down here?
Well, be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort.
Oh my God.
The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Every time. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
That's true. If you want to fight, then how about you come get one? I know you can get out of there on your own. Are you sure you want to fight? Continue on. I know you can get out of there on your own.
But that wouldn't be fun. I don't want to be a monster chasing you down. I want to face you head on. I want an equal. It's so much better that way.
We need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase.
Okay. Down we go.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. You'll need to be faster than her. You turn to face
Whoa!
the tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh, break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Oh my god.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
I don't mind the hunted, like, very measured strategy. I don't think the voice of the stubborn is gonna like that, though.
I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Let's talk a bit first. We can always fight when we're done, but I have questions. I want to know what happened after you killed me. Not down here. If you want me, you'll have to come and get me. If you want a good fight, if you want to see me at my best, we need somewhere with more space. Why don't you want to be free? Why do you insist on fighting me to the death down here in the dark? I'm not fighting you. Step closer, stopping just outside her chains. Slay the princess. Okay, what happened after I died?
We've talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of you standing just out of reach and teasing me with a fight you won't let me have. You disappointed me last time, so you don't get to choose what happens next.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Oh no. We're so dead.
Run.
Oh god.
You turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance.
Oh, look at the parallax. That's so scary. Oh god.
Hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
Oh god.
What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
Oh, I'm gonna die.
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there, and we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
Hey Scotty, how's it going? Happy weekend to ya. Gilmore Girls reference. Anywhere you go, I will follow. I'm sure there's lots of like hidden references in here that I've missed.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you?
Wow, she's saying a lot.
Space gives you an edge. Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
All right, we're gonna do it. Slay the princess.
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Charging me head on. Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left.
Nice.
Overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly.
Yeah, dexterity, baby.
Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out.
Ooh,
blade
okay.
Slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
Oh God, don't say that.
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going! We can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground.
The 1-2 punch of reminds me of an old girlfriend, and this is making me hungry. Just about slayed me. So, me slaying the princess and chat slaying me.
Nothing. These blows are nothing to us. But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
At last.
Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Okay. All right. But you do not have the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. Or, it's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. Approach the mirror. You always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. Approach the mirror. It's the end for you, but not for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Death. Real death. Screw that. This can't be the end. It just can't.
All right, before we approach the mirror, we're going to run that battle. Thank you guys so much for hopping on our Stream Raiders battle. Let's go take him out. We're going to see how this pans out for the voice of the hunted and the voice of the stubborn. Well, this is we've certainly found a different princess. Wheatstalker, great job. Most kills, no assists, so that's a guaranteed reward for you. And Panther getting our other reward. Woo, look at that. Grab my rewards, because I will forget to otherwise. And then we'll continue on our path. Actually here. We'll do it over here. I have a feeling we'll soon be back on a path in the woods. You approach the mirror. As you reach silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. There we are. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? Have you figured out what you want when we're finished? Do you still not care what I bring you next? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Attack the entity, destroy your body. What happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
She's way more chill in this dimension. So, very interestingly, every time we reach the end of a chapter 3, we come here and we speak to this many-hand entity. And they have asked us to find vessels. The many vessels of, so far, all of the princess. And this entity kind of says that this is our work. And so every time I've come here, I have the option to attack the entity or destroy my body, of which I don't know what to make of either yet. I'm trying to get more information. But our body does keep changing every time we look in that mirror when we die.